Hi, welcome to the Knowledge to Naira, a webinar series on leveraging on the digital space to earn extra income. My name is Dr. Khadija Lawal, and I will be taking you through the 8-week series on these webinar. Now, if you are a clinician, if you are a medical doctor, you are a resident doctor, you are in the right place. Now, under the captainship of Dr. Mujitaba Umar, the President, Association of Resident Doctors, Usman Danfodio University Teaching Hospital, I welcome you to this webinar. Now, you are in the right place if you want to spread your tentacles as a resident doctor. Yes, we are clinicians. Yes, we have theaters to theater schedules, clinics, and what have you, depending on your specialty. However, in the 21st century, you cannot be left behind not knowing how to leverage the digital space. And one of the ways you can leverage the digital space is earning an extra income, which is why we started this webinar series. Now, this is going to be 8 webinar series. This very first one is going to be about identifying your knowledge centers. Now, when we started the Knowledge to Naira series, that was way back January earlier this year, 2026. It was covering it covered 4 major areas. First, removing mindset blocks, because everything starts with the mind. Secondly, identifying your intelligence centers, then converting your intelligence center to digital products, and then the last being system automation. Okay, so I want us to quickly dig in, shall we? So I'm going to start with the slideshow. Okay, so So what comes to mind, leveraging digital space as a resident doctor, as a medical doctor, as a clinician? This is what is going to be what I'll be taking you through in this class. Is going to be very brief and straight to the point. Now, after we had the webinar series, we've listened and you've said that we took a vote, a polling votes, and most of you wanted more explanations as to how to identify your intelligence center. So this outline from knowledge versus intelligence down to the intersection of the qualities of your intelligence center and the tools to validate your intelligence center. Right? So let's get to it. What's knowledge? Knowledge versus intelligence. So intelligence center is very important as a digital creator if you want to leverage on the digital space, right? So but before we go into that, you have to understand knowledge first, because it's with the knowledge that you have that you can be able to process this into your intelligence center, right? And to further appreciate the intelligence center that you have. Okay, so what's knowledge? Knowledge is what you know, while intelligence is what you can do with what you know. So knowledge is a raw material, while intelligence is a skill to use that particular knowledge. So you can as well say that intelligence is knowledge in motion, right? So what's an intelligence center? Why is this important to you as a digital creator in the medical space, right? So the intelligence center is a subject matter where you have the most education, where you've gone through formal education and you've earned certifications, right? Experience and or expertise. So the pointers are these three: the education that you've had over the years as a clinician, as a resident doctor, or a consultant, and then the experience that you've gathered. That this includes life experiences, even the experiences that you've been able to put together during clinics or in the theater, and what have you. And then it also counts. What also counts is what you've been able to overcome, the leadership positions that you've held, and how you are able to go through with the challenges as a leader. And then of course the expertise, right? Is it your writing skills? Is it the use of artificial intelligence? Is it arts and crafts? There are doctors who are also good artists. Okay, artists, I beg your pardon. Then of course data collection, data analysis, Facebook ads, what have you. It could be anything, but it is the combination of these three or any of these three, right? So how do you identify your intelligence center? Remember I said intelligence is knowledge in motion. Is intelligence is just processed knowledge, right? So you have to ask yourself these questions. What do I love doing the most? What is it that you love doing? Right? And you wouldn't mind just going on and on doing it. Is it speaking? Is it writing? Is it teaching? Right? So, what topics you would ask yourself, what topics do I love talking about without getting weary? Do you like talking about hypertension? Do you like talking about diabetes? Do you like talking about preventive medicine? Do you like talking about sexual health? It's quite vast. Okay, so other questions you ask yourself is, what certificates do I have that I would love to teach others? This can be any certification at all. It can be a particular subject matter of which after medical school you went to further ahead and then you've been able to hone your skills, right? It could even be the BLS, and maybe, of course, you need to get for further certifications before you are able to teach that. Okay, so what areas do people pick my brain? This is very important, and you can ask yourself, what is it that people come to me, consult me, ask me about, and I give? And the thing about picking brain is people picking your brain is people come to you and you give it for free, right? Okay, so you have to ask yourself these questions and then you pen it down. So after having done that exercise, you have to understand the importance, because it's the importance of identifying your intelligence center that you would know which to sift out of these intelligence center, right? So after having identified your intelligence center, you have to know the importance, and you can now start asking yourself, so this intelligence center, is it going to build your authority as a digital creator? Because you have to build an authority with that intelligence center, something that has to come second nature to you, right? So with after having identified your intelligence center, it has to be such that you operate from a place of strength and confidence. It's not something that you have to struggle with at all right. So with that, after having selected a particular intelligence center, you find out that you'll be able to operate from a place of strength. Okay. With your intelligence center, you'll be able to set yourself apart from the crowd, because the online space, the digital space, is very crowded. It can be very noisy. You can get so lost and it can swallow you up. So the importance of identifying your intelligence center is such that it sets you apart, and with that you can earn the trust of your audience. Of course, what are you as a digital creator without your audience? Just like, what are you as a resident or as a clinician without your patients, right? So the other thing is, it makes you more authentic as a digital creator, and with that authenticity you can easily connect with your audience, right? So what are the intersection of the quality of your intelligence center? Now, after having answered those questions regarding identifying your intelligence center, you have to ask yourself these questions. You have to pull it together, and then you ask yourself, this intelligence center, is it scalable? Is it something that I can teach to multitudes? I mean, people, a lot of people, right? Is it marketable? Is it something that people want? Is it something that you put out there and is useful to people? And lastly, and the most important one, is it transformative? Let's say you are so good with anatomy and you want to teach anatomy to undergraduate students preparing for exams. Let's say you want to focus on final year exams. You are so good at anatomy. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Let's say you want to teach it to 200 level to 300 level students. You want to create a channel for yourself where you help guide them, right? So is it transformative? So it is transformative because you are helping medical students move from 200 level to 300 level. So that is transformative. So you have to ask yourself, this intelligence center, is it transformative, and how transformative is it? So if your intelligence center doesn't have all of these three, it has to be the three of this, not all of it, not some of it, I beg your pardon. So if it has the three of this, then you are good to go. Now, what are the tools to help you validate your intelligence center? To If you're still confused, then you go to Google Trends. Just go to Google, type Google Trends, and then that particular subject matter, you type it in, and you can compare it with other intelligence center and see how that goes. You can also go to Answer the Public, and you can also go to YouTube Buddy. While Google Trend and Answer the Public are free resources to an extent, YouTube Buddy is not, and you would have to pay for it, their subscriptions. So I hope this is clearer with respect to identifying your intelligence center, because before becoming a digital creator as a resident or a medical student, or a clinician, or even a consultant, you have to identify an intelligence center. And to identify your intelligence center is easy for you to go through these things. It makes you authentic. With your authenticity, you can easily connect with your audience and their trust, and then you'll be on your way to turning your knowledge to Naira. Now, for more on the classes, for more on Knowledge to Naira webinar series, for more about turning your knowledge to Naira, we have the pre-recorded series, webinar series, where you can have access to it, and all you have to do is click the link in the video, and you'll be on your way becoming a digital creator, turning your knowledge to Naira. So up till next week, my name remains Dr. Khadija Lawal. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.